Hey guys, welcome back for your daily dose of serotonin. This is Broken Switch, Kenma Kozume X female listener. Oh no, you sat on the kitchen floor, panicking while water seeped out of Kenma's Nintendo Switch. Before this, you had been getting ready for a bath, unaware that your boyfriend's Switch was in the pocket of his hoodie that you were wearing. All you saw was his black, very expensive Switch laying at the bottom of the bathtub, and you lost your train of thought. You shook the device in hopes to get rid of some water, knowing it won't be enough anyway. Kenma was due to get home any second now, and if you were being honest, you were scared as heck. Not only because you wouldn't know how he'd react, but because you knew how seriously he'd taken his gaming career. You would feel guilty about him losing all his progress simply because you were being clumsy. What if you've ruined some very important information that can't be brought back? You panicked some more while undoing the screws of the switch. You dried out whatever you could with a paper towel, but it was still no good. No matter how many times you pressed the on button, it just wouldn't switch on. You even put it in rice for a bit, but there was no luck. Not only were you freaking out by now, but your fingers also had cuts all over them from nervously handling the screws and the screwdriver. Maybe a hairdryer will do the trick. The sound of the keys fiddling with the front door ran your blood cold. You were frozen in place, your boyfriend's footsteps sounding in the house. "I'm home," he spoke loudly, expecting you to appear from somewhere to give him your usual greeting. Instead, he was met with silence, followed by some rustling in the kitchen. "Love?" he called out with a raised brow, and before he started looking for you, you hit the console behind your back, jumping up from your position on the floor. "Hey, Ken," you smiled suspiciously, not moving from your position. He raised a brow skeptically, obviously aware that something was going on. "No hug today?" "My hands are dirty from gardening," you lied, moving backwards as he inched closer. You didn't want to turn around and walk normally, or else he would see what you were trying to hide. But you couldn't look back to see where you were going either, or else he'd sneak up on you. You trusted the little luck you had and just hoped that you would not fall. However, luck was not on your side today when you tripped on the carpet and started flailing your hands in hopes of not falling onto the floor. You must have looked silly to hide this thing, but you had to at least try to fix it before he could be disappointed. Your boyfriend caught you just in time to give you a soft landing on the fluffy carpet. He sat right in front of you, legs crossed while he stared at you with an amused expression. "You're a bad liar," he stated, while holding the hand that had not even had a speck of dust on it. He figured you out too quickly. He wasn't annoyed in the slightest. He actually thought you looked very cute trying to hide something from him with your awful deception skills. The last time you showed this type of behavior was back in high school when you accidentally dropped his phone at Kuro's birthday party. That's when it clicked. "Did you break something?" He gazed into your eyes with a steady tone. When you avoided his eyes and started shuffling uncomfortably, he realized he was right. He wasn't going to ask you what it is that you broke. He decided to just give you time while caressing small circles on your palm. If you were going to tell him about it, he didn't want to push you. Or maybe he's wrong and you didn't break anything. Could you be trying to tell him bad news? After a few minutes of silence and Kenma caressing you, the panging of your heart subsided and you glimpsed at his delicate face. The delicate face that has shown you nothing but love for the past few months of your relationship. The delicate face that kisses you to sleep after playing video games with him. That delicate face is patient with you, even when you're being difficult. He might have not vocalized it, but he looked like a very impatient puppy right now, making you want to burst into giggles. "Promise you won't get mad at me?" You tightened the hold of your intertwined hands, a small smile appearing on your face. "I would never." You extend the hand you hid behind your back, displaying the worn-out console. "It fell out of your pocket while I was running a bath?" Kenma gradually but dramatically clutched his hand over his heart, slowly slumping backward and sticking his tongue out to play dead. Before you got to know Kenma, you would have sworn he'd just be a mean, introverted gamer, but he was so much more than that. He makes jokes and expresses a lot more emotion and admiration than his looks portray. He earned a giggle from you, and you were now relieved at the fact that he wasn't angry with you at all. You could also see him sigh in relief, possibly from the fact that he was expecting you to tell him something way worse. So, you're not angry with me? He jerked upright from his position on the floor, swiftly tugging you flush against him. You are now sitting on his lap, and as he hugged you close, his face in the crook of your neck. I thought you were going to tell me something bad. He caressed your back. You had me scared for a sec. From the silence and distance you were showing him earlier, he thought he wasn't going to get you to open up. So, you aren't angry with me? You snuggled up closer to him, enjoying his warmth. Not even a little bit. You huffed another breath of relief, and he picked up the switch. This is nothing, okay? You nodded. I don't want you stressing over things I can easily replace, he said. I have a spare one which I bought a while ago, in case something like this happened. Of course he had a spare. What about all the saved progress in your video games? You asked, attempting not to seem so anxious anymore, but the shake in your voice failed you. I can just transfer it. Can I help? He chuckled at your eagerness. How was he supposed to say no to such a cute face? But he had to get you in peak condition first. Let's get your fingers bandaged up, and I'll warm up the bath again, okay? Okay, you answered, and he placed a very lengthy kiss on your forehead. Love you, baby. I love you, Ken. And that is the end of today's chapter. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you are eager to hear more because I am very eager to give you guys more. Goodbye.